Kelly Thompson, Sarah Pichelli, and Jim Tao pit Spider-Man against Morbius as the vampire savagely attacks the hero, but before Ben can deduce what the monster wants, Beyond arrives to try and save the day. Kelly Thompson continues her wonderful exploration of Ben Reilly's new tenure as Spider-Man and the minefield of corporate life he has to deal with. I enjoyed for most of the issue she actually focused on the company Beyond and Maxine Danger, and how she doesn't really care at all for Ben's safety, only the hard data his exploits give her, even going so far as to consider leaving him to turn into a vampire if it ups their bottom line in the end. It's such an interesting thing for Spider-Man to have to navigate his way through, and also allows some of the natural drama stemming from Ben's uncertainty of working with this kind of big faceless company, as well as his role as the primary Spider-Man. Sarah Pichelli and Jim Tao combine their immense talents for some colourful and lively action-orientated artwork that also has a fair share of character-focused drama in it thanks to all of the Maxine Danger stuff. The Amazing Spider-Man issue 78 was a great ending to Kelly Thompson's two-part story, exploring the Beyond Company's less than stellar business ethics and how they are viewed by the heroes working for them, and what effect that has on Ben Reilly's view of his time as Spider-Man. I'm going to give this issue an 8.5 out of 10. The Amazing Spider-Man issue 78 finds Spider-Man dodge Morbius's claws, but his suit begins malfunctioning thanks to the vampire's bite, but luckily the suit self-heals over the wound, preventing it from bleeding out. Ben knows that he'll need to get the antidote though, as Morbius screams that it's not working. Ben takes down the vampire with his webbing and a kick to the back of the head, but before he can stop him, Morbius returns, forcing Ben to escape up the building. Thinking that if Morbius wants him specifically, maybe he'll follow him. Ben takes off as Morbius gives chase, following him all the way back to the Beyond building. The security systems in the penthouse verify Ben, knowing he looks terrible, as the hero tells Morbius to stop since he's not invited and the security system is no joke. Morbius doesn't care, advancing towards the penthouse as his arm is cut off by one of the laser cannons. The injured vampire escapes off the building as Ben falls unconscious in Janine's arms. Beyond security team arrive, disabling the security system portal and allowing the medics through to look after Ben and bag the leftover Morbius arm. Marcus refuses to let Janine come with them to the medbay, understanding that he needs her but he won't let her in the medical facility, promising her that he won't leave Ben's side and she'll be kept informed. The security is rearmed and Janine is left alone in the darkness. The doctors check over Ben, finding his wounds as they remove his armor and find the vampire bite. They ask for the antitoxin, but Maxine Danger wonders what would happen if they don't give him the serum. The doctor knows that it's anyone's guess what would happen, but the risks are too high. Danger seriously considers keeping Ben as a vampire just to see what will happen, since it will be a research goldmine, but the doctor knows that this is unethical, so after a moment, Maxine allows them to administer the serum, wanting to be notified when they begin to process the Mobius parts that were left over, wanting B-Team ready with their drones, and they won't be wearing Beyond gear for this mission. At the hospital, Black Cat sneaks into Peter Parker's hospital room, and just as his finger moves, Mary Jane returns. She rushes to Peter's side, hoping that he will wake up, but he doesn't. Felicia knows it's time for her to leave, but MJ tells her to stay since this is the first time she's seen Peter move since he got there. She implores her to change her clothes though before a nurse comes in, and sitting with Peter, she asks him how many more love interests does she need to get into the room, since she'll do anything to make him better. Misty and Colleen, the B-Team, meanwhile battle Morbius, who lashes out at them like a savage animal thanks to his injuries. The women know that Spider-Man didn't do this and it was Beyond, as Morbius continues his attack. Colleen says that the monitoring drones following them make her skin crawl, since it means they are being watched constantly. Misty hates them as well, but knows they help them pay the bills. Colleen hopes that Misty is ready with the straitjacket thing, since despite being injured, Morbius is really strong. The women beat the vampire down, tying him up with a spinneret. Misty wants to figure out what's gone wrong here, as one of the drones is suddenly destroyed by Monica Rambeau. Colleen is glad that the drone is gone, but Monica doesn't have time for chit-chat, wondering what the two women found out about Beyond so far. Elsewhere, Ben, fully recovered from his vampire bite, exits a movie theater with Janine, who knows that he was asleep for most of that movie, but Ben plays it off as just how he watches movies now. The two head into the dark park as Janine knows everyone loved his snoring, teasing him about it. Ben thinks that he should have close calls more often, enjoying his downtime, but Janine hopes that he doesn't since she was so scared for him. Ben apologizes for that and bringing the fight to their doorsteps, since he wouldn't have done it if there were any other options. Janine understands, however, saying that she loves Ben as they kiss. Above them in the trees, Craven the Hunter watches the couple, knowing the kids should probably make that kiss a goodbye one.